Happiness New Year! Welcome back to the Boot Studio. We're going to talk about Wesco Boots today. Um, I know that I have kind of been doing some other things instead of just my boot videos. And actually, there's been a couple other pairs of Wescos that have already passed through my hands since I was doing these boot videos. So I got two new to me pairs, and I want to talk about them today. First of all, we are using a new setup. Before, what I was doing was I was looking at my screen of the camera with the little camera, and so I could see what I'm doing, where my hands are going, and when I'm holding boots up, how I'm showing them. But our oldest son gifted me for Christmas this little screen that I can turn my camera around. I'm looking at the good iPhone Pro camera now, using the good camera, and this little screen is clamped to the front of it. That's kind of paralleling what's going on there, and so I can see myself and hopefully use the better camera. So let me know if you're getting a better picture, if this is better for you, because that's what I'm striving for, is giving you a better experience here so that you can see what I'm doing and look at the boots a little bit better. First of all, we're going to talk about some 10-inch Wesco Jobmasters in lace to toe. These are model number BR, I'm sure it stands for Brown, 110100 with the Vibram 100 lug sole. That's 110100. I think when their standard brown leather that they use is just a Horween Chrome XL in brown, and it comes with the Wesco kiltie there. It's the Wesco kilties are a little bit more fanned out and deeper cuts on the spikes there. And I kind of prefer a little bit of a different one. We'll talk about that in a minute. But I'm going to keep this one in here because it's the stock one that came with it. The next boot that I have is a Wesco Jobmaster, and it's just a regular toe. And I have in that one, look, I got a little lace keeper. It says P&W. It is from the Rugged Outdoor Apparel Facebook group. They were selling those. They may or may not have some of those left if you go on the Rugged Outdoor Apparel website. I really like these regular toe Jobmasters. I love the lace to toe too. I don't know which one I like better. But I wanted to this is what I do, is kind of comparison so you guys can see what's going on. First of all, these ones have just the brown and black two-tone Taslin laces, and these ones have the leather. I think they come with the leather. I'm not sure. Some of these other ones, if they have messed up laces when I get them, I make some paracord laces with anglets and put those on them. But what I wanted to talk to you about is the difference, and we talked about this before. On the lace to toe, you see how the quarters are tucked under the vamp. So materials glancing off the boot will glance off like that. On the regular lace to toe, the vamp is going underneath the quarters. The quarter is sewn over the vamp. So you got a little catch right there. I think this is better for climbing the poles for linemen. I think that's why that's that way. Also, these, like I said, brown Chrome XL. This one is obviously different, and I polished that one. I don't know how long this one's aged, but it is older. It has, if you can see it, and I don't know that you can, that one has the newer Wesco symbol, and this one is, if you can see that, that's the older Wesco symbol on there. Okay, this one also has the V-bar sole. It's a 705. I know you can't see that, it looks black, but it's a dark brown. And for those of you also that are kind of new to it, I wanted to explain the difference between a full sole and what they call a half sole. So the full sole, you will see, obviously it's better for work, for rain, for ice and snow. It goes all the way through, and you'll see that black stripe on the heel right below the midsole where that full sole comes through. And then there's a small leather stack, and then the top lift or heel cap goes on the bottom of that. With the half sole, it stops right there. There's the leather of the midsole, and you get only the top lift then in the heel stack or the heel cap. And it looks, I just like the look of the all leather heel a little bit better. Maybe you like that black stripe going through there. That is the aesthetic difference between a half sole and a full sole. After this, what I have is some Wesco 10-inch Highliners. Now look at the Highliner compared to the Jobmaster. Same boot, right? The difference is when you, the main difference on the uppers of this boot is when you get to the lineman patch. No lineman patch, lineman patch. Now, this pair here also, the Highliners, these come with a mini lug. Okay, the mini lug is the 430 sole. The model on this one is 9710, 9710. There's the mini lug. It's a full sole with the mini lug, goes all the way through, and it's just a beautiful boot. You know that I love lineman boots. I'm not a lineman, but I like their boots. I like the style. And you have seen these. These are like my backup work boots. These are a Wesco Highliner regular toe. So if you can see the difference there between the lace to toe, this one, and the regular toe, this one is a steel toe, and they will not put the steel toe in the lace to toe. So if I count these eyelets, not the speed hooks, but the eyelets, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, okay, on the lace to toe. On the steel toe, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. There is also something called a semi-lace to toe, which has 5 eyelets below the speed hooks, and they will still, if you order it that way, do the steel or composite toe for the semi-lace to toe. So that's the difference between these Highliners, the regular toe, which has the steel toe, and the lace to toe, which does not, and they will not put it in there. The last pair that I have for you is the 10-inch Voltfo. It is model number EH, which I'm sure stands for Electrical Hazard, BR for Brown, EHBR 57101270. Again, EHBR 57101270. It is the 1270 sole. The 1270 sole I have on some Red Wing lineman boots that I have. The first and only other place that I've seen it is I had a pair of 16-inch Voltfos. Voltfo meaning the enemy of voltage, or protecting you from voltage. This one, oh hey, I forgot to tell you. Sorry. This one, see that redwood colored kilty? That's what I'm talking about. That's a style that I like. The Wesco one is real frilly. This one is the more muted one. You can get the shorter one from Dale's Leatherworks. That's where I get mine. This one, I think I put a I think it has a whites kilty in there. If you look at the difference between the whites kilty and the Wesco kilty, the Wesco kilty is more fanned out. So the Voltfo, also in brown. Look, all these three are pretty much the same brown. This one's probably been through a lot. I know that the newest looking one looks a little bit darker than these. I don't know how these aged, but then this older used one really has a lot of color to the brown. So back to the 1270 sole. This is a unit sole. There's no screws or no nails, which is good for conducting electricity. That's why they're not there. Also, I don't think it's steel. I think it's composite in the Voltfo. Again, composite will not conduct electricity. The 1270 is a unit sole. So if you look at, obviously the half sole is 2 pieces, and the regular full 100 sole is 2 pieces. But this unit, because there's no nails, there's nothing to nail, okay? It's just one complete piece of rubber there. That's what they call a unit sole. This one also has a plastic welt like you might see on Thorogoods or some of the made overseas Red Wings. But I really like the Voltfo. If you look, I don't know why. Also, I noticed with the Voltfo is that this is the Highliner steel toe. The Voltfo, it just looks like the steel toe is, I don't know if you can see that, is more bulbous on this one. I like that. I like that big chunky looking toe on there. So the Voltfo has the linesman's patch, and it is a very good boot. All these have, I was looking at Wesco insignia, all these have the newer insignia except for those. Those were a nice find. Okay, I wanted to talk to you today also about things that we talk about all the time, self-improvement, stuff like that. I want to talk to you about what you're leaving behind. What are you leaving behind in this life? Or do you even care what happens after you die? I'm not talking about monetary wealth, real estate, the inheritance that you're leaving your kids. I'm talking about your legacy. Okay? Is the love of money or money taking away your soul? You know, what is the soul? Do we all have one, depending on our beliefs? Because it seems like your soul or your spirit is something that transcends your physical body, that carries on after you die, your soul or your spirit. So even if you don't have those kind of beliefs, if you think we have our best chance on this life, we live it to our best, there is still, I believe, something that you want to leave behind on this earth. Okay, there's more at stake than just your personal prosperity. Okay, I've heard folks talk about their 401k when the economy tanked. Oh, they lost money on their 401k, and this 401k, I don't know what that is. I just rattle off some model numbers of these boots. You see the boot, you know what it is. The 401k, I guess you got to see it to know what it is. But I am not talking about those kind of things. What you're going to leave behind is not your boots, not your 401k. It's not anything like that. It is something that comes from the depth of your character. It is truly who you are. Now, by the third generation from you, no one's even going to know your name. So whether you go on to heaven or you just cease to exist, I believe whatever you believe, I believe that you want to leave something lasting for your children, your family, your descendants, those around you that you love. And what is that? What can you leave that's not material, that's not financial, that's not real estate? You can leave your legacy of love. So, there may be a lot of New Year's resolutions. It's something people do this time of year. It's kind of a funny thing. They usually stick with it for at least 10 days to 2 weeks. We're going to lose 20 pounds, stop eating so much sugar, quit smoking, only drink on the weekends. All these New Year resolutions. Maybe we could resolve ourselves to being better people. I go to funerals. Everyone always goes to heaven at a funeral. I don't know what it is. I guess everyone believes in God right before they die. But everyone goes to heaven at a funeral. But what can they say about you besides that? After they're done eulogizing you and the people are shuffling out of your funeral, what are they going to say? Is there anything good they can say? Are they going to say, oh, poor John, you know, he was a pretty good guy. It's just a shame what happened to him. Or are they going to say, oh, well, you know, prayers for his family. I'm sorry for their loss. Or are they going to walk out and they're going to say, man, that guy was a good guy. That guy made everyone feel good. That guy tried to pass on whatever kind of love and caring that he had to everybody around him. If they could say those things, if they could just say one of those things, if they just say that you were kind, if they could honestly say he was kind, I think it would mean more than saying he had $1 gazillion in the bank, he had 13 properties. I think to be kind and to be loving truly is your wealth. And I think that's the wealth of your legacy that you could leave behind. So what are people going to say? What do they say about you now? Because what they say about you now behind your back is the same thing they're going to say when you're gone. Are you the type of person that people can depend on? Are you the type of person that makes people feel safe in your presence? Are you the type of person that people can confide in? Are you the type of person that keeps promises? That the things that they ask you that they say not to gossip and share, are you that kind of person that can keep those secrets? Are you the kind of person that you can tell someone what you're going to do and you actually do it? All those things mean something to other people. So in this day, maybe you could look into some Wesco boots. Maybe you can just enjoy them through seeing mine. But maybe you could resolve yourself to continue to become or to become the type of person that leaves something on this earth when they die besides a stack of boots or a stack of money. Leave some love. Leave some forgiveness. Let that be your legacy in 2025 and forevermore. Happiness and joy from the Boot Studio. Love you.